Despite the admittedly rudimentary animation, what makes Mahavatar Narasimha stand out is the director Ashwin Kumar's unrelenting conviction to engage and entertain without being preachy, all achieved through the power of gripping and commanding storytelling. We have heard all of these stories all throughout our childhood. Beautiful analogies of human behavior wrapped in intriguing landscapes revolving around the gods worshipped and the demons feared. However, to give you a gist of what exact episodes of the actual epic this film concentrates on, the film focuses on the Asur Hiranyakashipu, his rise to power, challenging the very fabric of divine order, and how his own son, the revered Bhakt Prahlad, ends up becoming the biggest hope in restoring humanity's faith in the divine power. Despite the original language of the film being Kannada, the Hindi dialogues perfectly complement the screenplay in telling this vast story spanning across decades. All the episodes are carefully woven into one another, conveying Bhakt Prahlad's iconic journey to becoming one of the most respected devotees of Bhagwan Vishnu, leading to the eventual reveal of his fourth avatar, the terrifying half lion and half man, Lord Narasimha. Now, firstly, let's get the only major issue of the film out of the way first. The animation, the rendering of the visuals is undoubtedly very primitive, despite the fact that the visuals are splendid throughout the film. What I mean by this is that the visuals themselves are perfectly complementing the storytelling. But it's the details, the depth in the visuals that's barely impactful. This is primarily visible in the rendering of the human subjects and can be a distraction, especially during the more conversation heavy sequences. This also hampers the entire 3D visual experience because the depth in the frames is barely there. So the 3D doesn't get translated as easily, sometimes making the 3D scenes appear like 2D. But this truly is the only, albeit glaring, misstep in a film that largely benefits from the power of sure footed, gripping storytelling. At a time when treating history and mythology with respect has unfortunately become a rarity in cinema, director Ashwin Kumar thankfully seems to understand that respecting the source material is the bare minimum of such films. It's in fact the starting point of even conceptualizing such a film. The director shows a striking command over his own craft of storytelling, displaying immaculate control over every aspect of it, knowing when to let the pace be somber so that the characters are understood and felt, only to dial it up to 100 whenever it's required. He also utilizes the brilliance of Sam CS as a composer to the T. The BGM is truly one of the best of our times. While the core audience is no doubt the family audience, the film doesn't shy away from the portrayal of violence on screen, especially in the action packed finale. But this is done consciously, so as to not celebrate the violence, but show it as a mere consequence of the action sequences of the wrath of Lord Narasimha. Bottom line, this is truly one of the most memorable movie watching experiences I've had in ages, especially while watching a story I have known since childhood. For every upcoming historical or mythological film, they have big shoes to fill, at least in terms of storytelling. The director apparently had to mortgage his own house to ensure that this film gets made, as he wasn't able to procure sufficient funding for this film. Such commanding dedication and conviction towards the craft of storytelling is visible in every frame of the film. Watch it at the biggest screen you can, and Team Mahavatar Narasimha, take a bow. Don't forget to follow us on Instagram and X. The handle is @USKMM6. Like and share this video, and if you haven't hit the subscribe button yet, please do it right away. See you hopefully soon.